The early 20th century was a tumultuous time for Mexico. Between socio-political revolutions and disease outbreaks, it wasn't a very easy place to live.
But such adversity gave rise to artists with unique views on the world, one held next to their contemporaries. One such artist, Frida Kahlo, took inspiration from the uprise of Mexican tradition and ideals and used them to fuel her creativity. Kahlo painted over 200 self portraits in her lifetime using combinations of traditional Mexican and European clothing and grotesque anatomy.
It's really interesting to me, though, that her reasoning for creating so many self-portraits wasn't a very happy one. In fact, on a trip with her romantic partner, the bus she was riding in crashed into another vehicle. This sent a steel handrail through her waist and fractured her spine and pelvis bones. Her injuries left her bedridden for months at a time, sometimes in a full body cast. This isolation from the world and the people she knew, save her whole family, took a toll on her mental state.
In fact, she is quoted as saying, I paint myself because I'm often alone and I am the subject I know best. With such introspective painting, it is no wonder many of her self portraits make us question who or what the self is.
One of these pieces, Las Dos Fridas, it's an oil painting she painted in 1939. It sits within the Museo de Arte Moderno. Here we can see Frida Kahlo paint herself twice. On the left, in a European style dress and traditional Mexican accessories and attire on the right. Both Fridas are seen sitting on a wicker bench, staring directly at the viewer in an empty gaze. These represent the two lineages of her heritage, both but also her inner selves. As some know, Frida did not solely share Mexican roots, as she also shared European ancestry.
Focusing on the figure to the left, we can actually see that her bleeding heart is exposed and dripping over her white dress. We can also see that Frida holds surgical clamps to slow the blood, but still the drips fall and form floral patterns, alluding to beauty and fairness. And on the right, we see Frida in a traditional Tijuana costume with diluted colors. Here, she's healthier, her heart is strong, and she even holds an image of her husband, Diego Rivera.
It's possible that the Duluth actually feels more comfortable in her Mexican identity than her predominantly European heritage.
However, though, many scholars make comparison to one of her earlier works, Frida and Diego Rivera. In this oil painting, as we can see, Frida and Diego are happily clasped hands.
Again, maybe alluding to her tumultuous marriage.
Maybe, and yet in the two Fridas, we see a warm embrace between the figures, signifying to the viewer that they are very close and care for one another.
It's commonly thought that this implies Frida feels more at ease with herself than she did in her marriage to Diego.
But yet she still holds a locket with a photo of him as a child on the right. Frida is showing the duality of her humanity. She is both bleeding and in pain, but staying strong, and through it all, she has herself only to lift her up. Frida's paintings not only left a significant impact and inspired many others, but also is seen as a cultural symbol to many.